So this brings us to a second tip, which is assume they already like you. This step is so important because what you don't want to do in a conversation is you don't want your mind to be shut. Boom! What's going on, you lovely people? This is Mayank from Boss Batman, and what I want to talk about today is how to improve your communication skills. How to talk to anyone you want, wherever you go, wherever you are, effortlessly. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So before starting this video, I want to address a really crucial trap that you can caught up in, which is the law of familiarity, which basically means that if you've heard of something, you are not going to listen to it, and you might zone out. So even if you've heard of these concepts, I want you to pay close attention, and I want you to go beyond your current understanding and dig a little deeper and understand the fundamentals. So why you should learn this, why you should learn to have a really great communication skills. So why you should learn the skill, why do you have to learn, take time and to even watch this video and to learn the skill? The simple answer is, throughout our life we deal with people, and if you really want to influence somebody and really want to just make an impact overall, it's a really crucial skill that you need to have, no matter which profession you are in, whatever your age is. Like, you gotta learn this. Doesn't matter you're male or female, you have to learn this thing. By the way, I just dealt with it for so many years, but I finally learned it. So how I learned it was like pretty crazy, because as you know that I was not at all confident, and I was totally in reaction to people. I couldn't think for myself, and I just couldn't. I didn't know that how to talk to people, and even my confidence was low. My communication skills were like zero, and my English was shit, and overall it's like shit. But as you know that we humans, we want to be better than who we are currently. We are never satisfied, and which is a good thing, and it's a bad thing as well. But it's a good thing because it makes us want to just push forward and go to new heights and challenge ourselves. So it's a good thing in a way. I want to be an attractive person, like talk in flow state and just have a flow conversation. And to be honest, this communication skill part, it's kind of tied to your confidence, so you have to learn it in any way. And by the way, I was so desperate to learn this thing. And the funny part is, there are people who just don't know anything about it. They just want to give advice. Who I was following, and the kind of advice they were giving me: have good English, have good first impression, or you want to be at their level, then you can do it. How do you reach at their level? So mainstream advice is always bad, and so you gotta monitor what is getting inside your head, because it drives the way you behave, and it drives the way you think, your beliefs. So I was looking and annihilated by the reaction I used to get, but which is a good thing, because I was learning with each and every interaction I have with people. It's like every time I'm learning a new thing, and overall throughout time I just keep learning, and which made me even better every day, and which made me learn few key principles that I'm about to share with you. But as you know that these bad advices and these bad holding patterns that I was struggling with, and maybe there is some holding pattern or wrong belief that you are struggling with, that I can help you if you really pay attention. And I know that these holding patterns and these wrong beliefs that we have, which just holds us back, and we are not able to get to the desired results we want. By desired results, I mean that kind of flow state and the conversation skills that we always wanted to do, we just cannot do it. Have you seen there's so many tips on this subject? It's like garbage, they never work. So as I throw myself into these tough situations and these difficult conversations with people who I never thought in a million years that I'll be able to talk to them, but I still did, and I learned few things. A major part of it, because I keep learning about these things, like there are different people that I've learned these things from, and then I just tested it, and there are few things that I really discovered, and which like really is working, and there's so something that never worked. So right now I'm gonna give you 5 conversation technologies that you can use right now to have a really good conversation skills. By the way, this video is not for professionals who are looking for specific tips, or they're like 1 or 2 lines that they can use to get better reactions. This video is for people who want to learn fundamentals, who want to learn how things really work to improve their conversational and communication skills. So the first tip is you have to be unreactive. What do I mean by unreactive? By unreactive, I mean whatever is happening in your environment or whoever you're talking to. What do I mean by unreactive? So whenever we are having this conversation with someone, or we are just outside and we want to talk to someone, it's first of all depends on how much reactive you are instead. By reactive, I mean that 2 things that happen with us whenever we are talking to a person. Either you're going to be reactive or you're going to be non-reactive. That means you're going to be responding. But if you're reactive, let's just say they said something playfully and it really hurt you, or it really just brings up emotions in you, that means you're reactive. Then these emotions want to make you even react more, and overall your value in front of their eyes are gonna be down, and they are not gonna like you. So it's very important to, no matter what happens, you gotta learn to be unreactive, to be grounded. If you can learn these skills, it's like everything in your conversation and in your communication skills are gonna be so easy that when you look back, it's like you're gonna laugh at yourself that you even had to look on YouTube for this thing to learn. So let me give you a word about being reactive. Whenever you think that someone is above you, that you are gonna be reactive. And you're gonna monitor yourself, your mind is gonna shut, and when your mind is shut, it's like it's over. It's game over for you. No matter if you're talking to a celebrity, no matter if you're talking to a president, prime minister, it's like it should not affect the way you feel. But if you don't know how to do it, just keep watching this video. In the end, you will know how to do it. So this brings us to a second tip, which is assume they already like you. This step is so important because what you don't want to do in a conversation is you don't want your mind to be shut. Once your mind is shut, it's like you're not going to do anything. So it's super important. So it's super important to keep yourself from getting your mind shut. That's why if you assume it, it's like not only your mind is not going to shut, but it is going to give you boost to things that just going to get flows through you. That is why it's important. You're not doing for them, even though let's just say they don't like you. It doesn't matter, because you have to, because what your agenda right now is not to get your mind shut. And how do you do it is you have to assume they already like you, even though they totally hate you, right? Don't listen to them. Don't look at their reaction. Look at yourself. Just assume that they already like you. Assume that whatever you're gonna say, they're just gonna love it. Assume that your actions are gonna make them feel good. Just assume it. It's not for them to like you. It's for your mind so that it doesn't shut, and then you get in a flow state. Which brings us to our third tip: remove filters, remove self-doubt. So as you already know that whenever you're talking to somebody, whenever you're having a great conversations, things just flow through you, right? You gotta reach to a point where things are automatic. But when things are automatic, you are not gonna filter, right? So similarly, whatever comes, you're just gonna say it without filtering anything. It's so important, because if you do, let's just say, if you filter, if you monitor whatever you're gonna say, people are instantly gonna see you as there's something wrong with this guy. He's weird, or he's trying too hard. That means that he's low value. By low value, I mean the people who do not have self-respect, the people who people do not like hanging out, which is one of the biggest part to really have good communication skills or conversation skills. Just let go of your need to, for the conversation to go a certain way, and stop this self-doubt. It is gonna eat you up. And remember, this is your biggest goal, and your biggest goal is to not have your mind shut. But if you self-doubt, your mind is gonna shut, and which is like game over for you. Then doesn't matter what is gonna come up, you're just gonna let it come. Doesn't matter whatever you're gonna say, you're gonna just say it. Initially you may face problems, but think of the bigger picture, because with time, within 1 week, within 2 weeks, you're gonna develop a social intuition, and then it's like automatic for you. But you have to learn to not filter whatever is coming out of your mouth. With time, within 1 or 2 weeks, if you're consistently doing it, you're automatically, this filter is gonna get removed. Which brings us to our fourth step, which is you have to be genuinely interested in the other person that you're talking to. If you don't do this, you're not going to be natural and things are not going to flow through you. So think of all these fundamentals, all these principles that I've just told you, they all work together. So you have to be genuinely interested. But how do you become really interested in people? How do you do that? Well, the simple answer is you have to learn to love people. Doesn't matter. But if you keep telling yourself, I don't like people, I don't do this, people are boring, then not gonna happen. Then you're not gonna learn it. Then within 6 to 8 months, you're gonna be on YouTube again, gonna ask the same questions, how to have good conversation skills, and same cycle will begin. So you have to learn to love people. And how do you do this? Just find something good about them. Find something really nice, really good about people that you see, that you meet. Just find something good. Just find reasons to love them. Just find something nice about them. Just find ways to really love them. Just give them compliments. But it gotta be genuine. Don't do it, just because I have to do it. Don't do it for you, do it for them. Find something, what they're up to. Find something interesting about them. It takes time in the beginning, but once you've learned it, it's all automatic. Which brings us to our fifth and final technology tip is you gotta let things come to you. You have to act on your impulses and you gotta let your impulses come up. So whenever you talk, let's just say I'm talking right now, or whenever you talk, it's like things are automatic. You don't have to think about it, right? Similarly, right now, whenever you're gonna talk to somebody, you gotta let things come to you. You don't have a filter, you're not reactive, and then you let the things flow through you. It's already inside you, it's just that you are yourself blocking. So you are the person who's responsible that you haven't learned the skills yet. This is the key. This is super important. I just cannot stress this enough. You just gotta let these impulses of things comes up and then just act on it. Things just become natural. So if it's too much for you, you might want to come back to this video, watch it again, understand these fundamentals so that you can apply it into your life and have an awesome conversation skills. So I hope you learned something new from this video. And if you like this video, subscribe this channel, like this video, and comment something that you're really struggling with. Thank you.